So he's got that knockout power, and I think a lot of people have tried to overcomplicate it since with specific power training and things like that. And I'm not a great believer. I think the powers.
Well, we stopped knocking them out when we started using weights and ridiculous strength and conditioning trainers. Don't get me wrong, I work with a strength and conditioning trainer at the moment. He's very good, but I've also worked with some not so good ones, you know. But it was all new then. All the boxers were doing it, so you're kind of like doing it and not questioning why. Like Simon said, you can't really measure it. Like, how can we measure if hitting a tyre with a sledgehammer is doing us any good? You can't, can you? You know.
Yeah. But you agree, don't overcomplicate it.
I agree completely. I think the strength and conditioning coaches have found a little niche in boxing at the moment, because it's always our boxing's so far behind the times with strength and conditioning compared to other sports. It might be, but people have been knocking people out since the day dot. You know, Rocky Marciano wouldn't have been doing any power training other than probably hitting a tree with an axe or whatever, but that'd be more of an endurance-based exercise. Yeah, heavy bags, perfect. We'll talk about the bag work, perfect. I think that's where you develop that raw power on the bags.
Bags are really good for fitness as well. For running never really got me fit. Me and Simon got offered.
Because you didn't run properly.
Yeah. Me and Simon got offered a pro fight in Germany. For me, years back, I was basically in there to get beat, but we had other ideas, and we didn't have a lot of time to do it, and there's quite a lot of money at stake. And this is what I learned from Simon. I still do it to this day. We incorporated a lot of bag work, but high intensity bag work. Because if you think about it, you know, a badminton player doesn't play football to train for badminton, does he? We're fighters, so that's what we got to do. We got to fight, you know. And running and sprinting, you know, it's okay. I mean, it
has its place, but
it's in boxing folklore, isn't it? Everyone's got to do their road work, but just for me, I mean, I boxed a 10-rounder about a year ago, and I didn't do any long distance running. I'm not saying I didn't do it because I'm lazy. I've done fitness work. I've done a lot of high intensity bag work, bag circuits. You know, I've got bag circuits that get you fitter than any running can do.
But on the flip side of that, a lot of my fighters, I will say run. You've got to run.
Yeah, definitely.
It's something that didn't work for Pete. I do think it was because of Pete's running style. And no, you don't pick your knees up, you don't use your arms. It was a shuffle around the field. So for Pete, I think it was more of a boredom thing. If we're being completely honest, he'd prefer to hit things. But we replaced that running with some really high intensity, long rounds on the bags. You know, not 30-second bursts, anything like that. Just the 3-minute rounds, constantly doing 12 3-minute rounds, high pace. Me constantly on his case working. With other fighters that can run, go running. Very important. Very important. I just think the strength and conditioning coaches are carving themselves a little niche in boxing, and I'm not sure whether you can measure those results, because you can measure them in a laboratory, but you're not even using an opponent, and it's different in a fight. Whereas I can measure my results well whether my boys are winning or losing, and they're not gassing out.